Hello, my name is Jim Lee, and I'm so glad that you're joining me here today. Well, we're beginning a new series, and it's entitled Living as Love's Abundance. I love that. Love's Abundance. And today the title is Seamless Abundance. So when you think of abundance, what's a one word that comes to your mind? It could be prosperity, freedom, plenty, enough, fulfillment, even. Well, a more technical definition would be abundance is extremely plentiful, or I like this word, plenitude. And abundance could mean an overflowing or an oversufficient quantity. It is, I would say, living from an overflowing fullness. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I want to add a little something to that definition to include an awareness and an experience of the creative energy of the universe seamlessly flowing through us as the potency of love. I like that too. So abundance covers, I would say, a vastness of our relationship with the universe since the beginning of time. It is the universe abundant nature that has created the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all of humankind and life itself. And if you notice, God doesn't deal with just onesies. No, we're dealing about an abundant God. How many types of apples exist? Well, I checked it. There's over 7,500 varieties of apples in existence. There are over 400,000 types of flowering plants, if you will. And there are approximately 200 billion trillion stars in the universe. Rhonda Bryan says the universe is a masterpiece of abundance. And so Brian Swim, who is a cosmologist and a professor of mathematics, says this: quantum physics shows us that this world and this universe is made of substance that is pure energy with particles in constant relationship across time and space. And this relationship just works in a magnificent way. And Brian says that this is a form of seamlessness, an unbroken creative aliveness that is pure generativity with unlimited possibilities. What I am pointing to is that we live, move, and have our being in an abundant universe of loving energy with infinite potential, that we are a sacred part of all of this. We inherited all of this potency and all of its resources. So an affirmation that we're starting off with and that we're going to acclimate ourselves with is this: I am in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. That feels good, doesn't it? So now how can we be in alignment with this potency of abundance and plenitude? Well, Jesus the Christ points us in the direction of being in this flow when in Matthew the 6th chapter and the 33rd verse he says, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you as well. Take a look at that. Seek ye first the kingdom. So before we're going after anything, before we do anything, our job is to focus. Focus on the loving relationship with the divine. feeling this first and then being in that energy is our first step. And so abundance formula really is being, then doing, then we're having it. The formula is be, do, have. So what we can do is just take a moment, take a breath, then focus in on the truth that our heart is really a fractal of the universal heart, and that we are in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. And as we breathe this, we can know that the Creator who created us and created the universe, and in fact created the multiverse, is empowering us, each and one of us, each moment, to live as life's abundance. So just breathe this in and actualize this. So I'm saying this: abundance is not so much about the things in life as much as it is about the attitude toward life, an attitude that we bring to life, an attitude that we are in life. One of a late great Unity ministers by the name of Eric Butterworth has this quote. He says, "Too often the tendency is for a teacher such as myself and the students, maybe like you, to become so preoccupied with the demonstration of jobs and bank accounts as to forget that the person is a whole creature in a whole universe." So the word abundance and prosperity, I would say, has been corrupted a little bit, and dollar signs appears on the cover of a lot of prosperity and abundance books, and it suggests that the amassing of wealth is a kind of spiritual growth, and that you've made it spiritually when you have a whole lot of things. And this is a gross materialization of a beautiful spiritual truth. Now, there is nothing inherently wrong with money. In fact, I like money. Money's a good thing. And in fact, more money can be an actual anthem. But it is not primary to what I would call this consciousness and alignment over the relationship with Source itself. It's secondary. It's secondary. And I like this man who once said, "From the time an infant first struggled to get his toes in his mouth, life is a continual struggle to make both ends meet." So we're really in this, and money is a part of it, and we may need it. But what I'm saying, seek ye first the relationship to the divine. And some people have said, money, we can't live without it. That's true. And some people, they say that it's better to be poor and happy than rich and miserable. So who is this they, and what are they talking about? I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the both and. Hey, can we be whatever shape money we have? I am saying we could be happy and we can have the abundant life. So today, I would like to point in the direction of abundance that is not so typical, but a little bit more mystical. Today, let's look at this vibration that's behind money, that brings about the money. The vibration that says, you know what? Money is a second thought after this. I want to say, it is in God we trust, not just in money that we trust. I was listening to a program on NPR a few years ago, and it says about 80% of Black-owned farms in the South are now gone and has disappeared in the past 50 years. Now, there's several reasons for this. This report indicated, one, the children and grandchildren of these farmers, they say want to have a better life, and so they wanted a city life and not a farm life. Farm life is pretty hard, so they abandoned it. Number two, and so they lost it, the farms, because of taxes. But number three, some of it lost it because somebody wanted it and bought it, and then some people wanted it and just took it. Any case, 80% is gone. And so the interviewer asked an elderly black man, and he was pretty old, and his English wasn't all that good. And the guy asked him, isn't it a shame? Isn't it a terrible state of affairs that all of these black farms are gone? And he responded, it's good to have the land because it's a good resource. But black people and all human beings have something better than the land. They have a natural resource, and that is God-given talents and abilities that's within them. The natural resource, that who we are, is more valuable than anything. You and I are an abundant source of prosperity when we align with the one source. This is who you are. Yep. This is who you are. And in Jeremiah, the 1st chapter and the 5th verse, it says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And before you were born, I consecrated you. Understand that God's knowledge is not just an intellectual knowledge of us. It's really personal because we are one with the divine. God knows us on a multi-dimensional level. Before we were born, and I would say we were in the soul form. Before we came into the body, God knew us. And God knows us now, even during these challenging times of world conflicts and I would call it cataclysmic events that are going on. We can easily forget the inheritance. We can easily forget that one, God knows us, but also we have the special relationship with the divine. We're not separate. We are not alone. And we are one with this one and this source. So, let's pause. Take a breath. Our job is to focus on the truth that our heart is a fractal of the universal heart. We are in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. We can breathe and know that our Creator, who created everything, created the multiplicity of life itself, is empowering us in each and every moment to live as love's abundance. The Creator knows us, and our job now is to know that. So to breathe this in, actualize this, and affirm often, I am in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. This is who we are. This is the abundant life that we're now stepping into. God bless you, and let's be prosperous and abundant.